Okay, we should be recording now. That's fine. And have we got everyone who has been invited? Yeah, I think we have. We just need Nuktar to come in. I'll message on Slack. So what we'll talk about today, it's just because we're hosting the Wednesday call, and we just need to go over what we're going to present. I know I'm going to, as we've already discussed, I'm going to run the model selection template. Manasseh, you're going to do the neural network, and Masood is going to try the data sets on the AutoML. So I think when we do host our meeting, we'll just split it into three. But if anyone, Michael Mohammed, if you've done any work separate to what we've agreed here, yeah, please present it on Wednesday. And then we can decide, as a group, then I believe we're going to decide on the best couple of models and take them forward to deployment. Is everyone happy with that at the moment?
That's okay.
Yep. Cool.
So Rich, like I was suggesting, shall I that I will take Salman's baseline model and work on our data sets. Will I continue doing that?
Yeah. What we're going to we need a baseline model anyway. So Salman's baseline data set, which is just the data set that's being imputed and scaled and whatnot. We'll take that one as the baseline, and then I think we should take the LightGMB feature selected data set as well. That should be the one that we input through the model. That's certainly the one I'm going to do today. Okay. We're not presenting till Wednesday, so if we get to a point where we've got our results for that, let's try another data set and see if there's anything different. I just didn't have much luck with the RFV data set, and the PCR data set, as we discussed, isn't really great just because you lose your interpretability. And I think, the point of the task is to be able to show our results, so I don't think it's the best option. So yeah, just stick focus on the LightGMB data sets at the minute, but if we do have time, experiment with some more, we can present them findings. But don't worry if we haven't got time. It's not a big issue. We've got a plan, so we can stick to it. But yeah, I'll run the my model template on the LightGMB, both the simple imputed and the KNN imputed versions, and I will post the results later on this evening. I'll update the template with the results, and I'll make a new folder for us in the GitHub where we can upload our work. Is everyone in agreement with that?
Yep.
Cool. How are you getting on? Oh, sorry, Mohammed, were you going to say something?
No, I said yes.
Okay, cool. Manasseh, how are you getting on with the neural network?
Yes, Rich. So I tried with the baseline or the raw data set initially, like feeding into the ANN model, but it's not really working well.
Yeah.
So I'll have to pick up. So the next thing is I'm going to pick up the KNN imputed one, then and feed it into the ANN model, and then I'll try with the simple imputed as well and see how it goes.
Yeah.
If it still doesn't go well, then I'll try to see what changes that can be made in order to tune that model.
Yeah, cool. So are you getting pretty poor results from the baseline model? Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
Oh, it's the MSE is too high, so
yeah, okay.
It's not RMSE is too high, so it's not working well. So technically, it's not even like a model. Right now.
Ballpark, what RMSE are you getting?
I think it's somewhere around. Let me pull that value. So it's like too high, so it's in the exponential values as well.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like it's too high, like 1 point something. Yeah.
Yeah, but you said it's in exponential, like e to the 2 or something like that.
Yeah. Yes,
Okay.
correct. So it's technically not a good model.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even working, I guess. So I use like 100 epochs, but still like the loss is too high for us to consider it to be a model.
Okay.
As something for like a I don't know, in addition to what you guys have already done, I have a high interpretability model that I've put through kind of the paces. And right now, without any hyperparameter tuning, I've got a random forest regressor that's got about 28 RMSE.
Nice.
So not amazing, but
that's for one without it. Yeah, that's cool. Would you mind sharing that with us on the GitHub? I'll set the folder up, and you can.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just so we can take a look at that, because we might, I assume from my model template, XGBoost is going to be the best, and second is going to be the random forest. But if you've already done enough work on that, it's probably better using yours rather than me reinventing the wheel.
Well, mine's a slightly different base data set. You can take a look at it in the notebook itself. There's not a ton of comments, but it's pretty apparent. I dropped nearly all of the temperature data completely out of the model, and it's running on just like a very simple dummies setup. So it's very straightforward, but I ran it against the baseline model, so one thing, when we're talking about RMSE, are we talking about using that with a scaled Y value or no?
I was on the assumption that we were going to use it with a scaled.
Okay, so on a scaled value, I'm way. I was looking at the way that this was like, because we're trying to get a predicted value of site EIU. If we're using a scaled value, it doesn't actually tell us what that number is. So mine does not use that. I could run it through real quick again with a scale and tell you
try it.
A better number.
Yeah, try it. If you get a better number with that, it might be worth discussing with the rest of the group. There are observations, but the baseline data set does have it scaled. We can create a pipeline to inverse that scaling at the end, but if you can get good results without scaling it, we could just get rid of the middleman there, and we won't have to worry about that. But yeah, it's definitely one up for debate. That's quite an interesting observation. We'll definitely discuss that one. What else was I going to say? Hello, Nutta, you're okay?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you.
We were just discussing where we're up to at the moment. Michael has done, sounds like, some great work independently. Manasseh's neural network doesn't seem to be performing very well at the moment, but she's going to experiment with it and see what she can get out of it. And I'm going to run the model selection template that I placed in the GitHub, and I'm going to run it on the simple imputed data, the KNN imputed data, and the baseline model. And I will share the results later on, and we can go from there. And I think that's where we're up to at the moment. We're actually going to present our results on Wednesday. So if you're working on anything at all, if you could get it finalized by Wednesday, and maybe we could just have a quick discussion in Slack about the results. If everyone is able to upload their notebooks and data sets and whatnot into the GitHub folder I'm going to create today, that'd be great. Just so when we walk into the meeting on Wednesday, we've got to, everyone knows what they need to say and what we need to discuss. Because I'm sure, a lot of the other members in the group will have something to say about it, and offer their opinions and maybe some advice. And I imagine a lot of them maybe, we're probably a few of the groups are going to go down the same sort of path I think we've all got, got ideas in our head, and they all seem to align. We had a task lead meeting, and a lot of it's going to be quite similar. But I think Roy's group is going to do the model building and the deployments all in one hit on AWS. So that will be quite interesting as well. But I think, if we're using if Masood's using AutoML on our data sets, I'm sure we can rapidly deploy that if it outperforms what we're doing manually. So yeah, that's where we're up to at the moment. Has anyone got any questions at all about the data or the process, that you might have want to raise as they've been analysing the data?
Not specifically, but I think Benita from our group is also working on the time series analysis. I had a brief talk with her, so that is also something.
Yeah.
She did mention she'll share something. She's traveling right now, so
yeah, that's cool.
She did mention she'll share something. So
yeah, no, that'll be really interesting, because I think that is a very good take on the data. Because the project itself was sort of a regression analysis, but I think treating it as a time series and also a classification model that Diana that raised, I think that would be an interesting approach as well. But that can be that. We've only got a couple of weeks to work on it, and it's we are restrained by time. There's so many avenues we could explore, and we could have spent months digging through the data, but it's just one of them. We have to just go with the simplest answer. But yeah, I'm quite happy where we are at the moment, though. I was going to say, Manasseh, as well. Could you share your neural network architecture as well, just so I can take a look? So I'm very interested in that. If you're there, I'm sure she will. I think that's pretty much it, though. As long as we get our stuff over and complete by Tuesday afternoon, whatever local time you're at, I think we'll be good to go.
Okay, we can talk later after I come back then, I guess. I just deliberately asking.
Hey, Rich, did I miss something?
Say again, sorry.
Did I miss something?
Yeah, I was just going to say, would you share your neural network architecture?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
I can do that.
Because I'll open a folder for us right now on GitHub for Team Rich, and we can just pile all our notebooks and data in there, and we can have a good look. And if I've got time, I'll put some presentation slides together as well. But that's just if I've got time. We can just talk through it manually and share our screens individually on Wednesday. That's not a problem. But I think that's pretty much it. As I said, I'm happy with the way everyone's progressing. We've got a couple of ideas. We've got a couple of angles to explore. Michael, I'm looking very much forward to seeing your take on it. And I will post my results later on this afternoon. It'll probably be evening, early morning for you guys, but I'll do what I can.
I reran the regressor with scaled target value. It's 0.54 is the best.
Yeah.
0.55 is the best I've managed to achieve, which is pretty high accuracy.
Yeah,
so.
It is. Yeah. If you upload that, then and we can discuss the tuning the hyperparameters. Are you going to use like a grid search or a randomized grid search or anything like that on it?
That's the next kind of step. So the other thing I did in this notebook is I also compared it to. So the one thing I looked at in this notebook is that like the kind of the most important component for reducing error is actually how we impute Energy Star rating. Improving the imputation of that increases the accuracy by like 25 to 30% right off the bat. The KNN, so in addition to looking at our random forest regressor, there may be some adjustments that we can make within the KNN imputer, which seems to be the most effective. I also used a simple imputer and mice. neither simple imputer nor a mice imputer did any sort of effective. They weren't significantly better than random noise, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay.
But we might be able to, in addition to tuning the actual the random forest regressor. The like XGBoost regressor and is also not that far away, and so there may be some value. So I'm getting 0.55, but the RMSE for the XGBoost regressor without any hyperparameter tuning is 0.6. So that's not also out of the realm of tunable. But we could tune both the imputer and the model itself and see what additional effective
definitely
effect we can get out of it.
That's a good point actually, because I don't think I set up the KNN imputer and I only set it to 5 neighbors. That was the only sort of parameter I set, and it seems that no one else has sort of experimented with that. So would you be happy to experiment with that, Michael, for Wednesday, and then you can discuss what you found?
Yeah, I can try a few different adaptations for that, and I'll also I was planning on doing a random grid CV for the random force regressor to kind of try and hyperparameter tune it. I don't know how much more effective it is. Looking at the individual, sometimes I look back to the data that what they were achieving as RMSE scores for the original contest.
Yeah.
And their best models are around RMSE of 20, which I'm assuming is without a scaled variable. A scaled Y. So
so we're closing in on them, really, aren't we? But I looked at the competition as well, and there's not many people have tried something drastically different to what we tried to run through, I noticed. So I think we are on the right track. So if we can get our models to around 0.20, I'd be very, very happy with that. So Michael, by all means, experiment with the KNN imputer, and report back to us on that and what you found, and share the notebooks if possible. I'd love to take a look at that as well. And I'm going to give it a go as well. I'm going to take the features, the data from the Light GMB feature selection, GBM, sorry, and I'm going to see if I can mess around with the KNN imputer and run it through again to see if it makes any sort of difference whatsoever. But interesting points. But happy with that. Look forward to seeing it. Has anyone else got any questions at all, or any comments, or any ideas?
Which probably I missed a little bit part because I got another call. So where are we sharing our notebooks, so that everybody gets access to everybody?
I'm going to. We've got on GitHub. I won't go to it now because I'm just recording the screen, but I'll set up a new file, a new folder for us in GitHub, and we can just dump all our notebooks and data in there and whatnot. So we can all take a look. Just notify the team chat about it, and we can dig through it.
Sure. And it would be great. It would be easier if the naming convention is put correctly, so it's easier for everybody to know whose notebook is whose. And
definitely. Well, I'll make a few subfolders. I'll make the subfolder like notebooks. I don't think we need a data folder actually. Actually, no, I'm lying. Michael, you've got your own data set, haven't you? So I'll make a subfolder of notebooks and a subfolder of data. And if we just upload everything in there, make sure your name's attached to it, and we should be good to go. And once you've uploaded, notify the team so we can have a look and see where we're at. But I'm very happy with our progress. Thanks very much, guys. It'll be interesting to see what the others think when we present it on Wednesday. As I say, any other questions, anything at the moment?
Rich, I don't have a question. I have something to say. One is we will create a model development task, right? Folder, because we don't have it yet.
Oh no, we don't, do we? Yeah, we need it. Yeah, we need that model, don't we? Yeah. Okay. I'll do that myself. I created I think it was the feature engineering folder. So I'll create the model development folder, and I'll put our teams folder within that, and I'll link you on Slack.
Yeah, because other teams are also asking where exactly they want to put it. Then we can tell them they can start creating folder under.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And,
All right then.
One more thing, Rich, I'd like to discuss the last meeting.
Come on, your microphone sounds a bit funny. Could you? I can't understand properly.
Can you not hear me?
Yeah, it's got like a lot of background noise.
How is it now?
It's a bit better. Go on. What was the question?
So I was saying, as we discussed in the last week's meeting, that our team would be the first one to do the final presentation on 27th. So I thought you just informed the team. It's
breaking up. Come on, I'm sorry, I can't hear it properly.
I'll put it on the chat. Okay?
Yeah, put it on the chat for me. I'll give you a shout. Sorry about that. Has anyone got anything else before we can leave it there? No. Okay. Well, I'll give you your days back then. Thanks very much for coming. As I say, I'll give you the shout in the Slack chat when I've set up the model deployment folder and our team subfolder as well. Thanks very much for coming, guys. I will see you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Have a good one.